As we've seen in the previous tutorial, recording audio into Nuendo is a pretty simple process. However, there will be times where you need more specific or advanced methods of recording audio, especially ones that allow you to continue playing or singing a particular passage, or to easily work with several different takes at a time. This is where the cycle and multi-lane modes in Nuendo can be very handy. We'll spend the next few minutes showing exactly how these recording modes work. The controls for activating cycle and multi-lane recording are in the transport bar. First, we'll set the cycle mode on by pressing the cycle button. This will enable the use of the two cycle modes in the cycle mode section. Since you're in cycle mode, you'll also designate your cycle markers within the timeline to cycle through the specific section of the song. If you choose to use the multi-lane mode, then you'll also need to activate the lane parameter found on every audio track listed in the project layout. This designates the track to be used in conjunction with the stacked mode for multi-lane recording in cycle mode. Now let's take a look at how this all actually works together. Once we have the cycle mode on and our cycle point set as well as the audio track arm, then we're ready to begin recording. Nuendo will record and will continue to record during each consecutive cycle. When doing this, Nuendo will create a separate take or event for each full cycle that it completes. When you're finished recording, you can simply right-click or control-click on the recorded event. And at the top of the menu list, you have the option to quickly choose which take you want Nuendo to play back. This makes it very easy to test each take and find which one works or sounds the best, without having to make any edits or move stuff around. Now the multi-lane record mode is an even more advanced and very visual method for dealing with multiple takes. Multi-lane or stacked recording allows you to view each cycle pass as a separate lane within the same track. This creates a very visually enhanced method to quickly pick out the best parts of each take and combine them into a single take. This is how it works. First, we activate it by choosing the stack mode in the cycle record mode option box. Then we activate the lanes fixed option in the audio track we are recording on. We'll activate recording and let Nuendo record a few passes of the cycled area. Now we'll stop the transport and notice what has happened. Nuendo records each pass and makes it into a separate lane. We can now go through and edit out all the bad stuff and leave all the good stuff in from each separate lane. When we're finished, we disable the lane function and Nuendo merges all the takes into one single cohesive piece. This feature alone can do wonders and save a lot of editing time when you're dealing with a lot of multiple takes. Now I'm going to actually use the multi-lane feature within a song I have loaded up. We are going to cycle record over a small segment for the sake of this example. However, note that the multi-lane recording function is even more useful when you're recording over a larger area. In this song, I have a drum track, a bass line, and some keys going. I need to add some live guitar to it. First, I'll activate cycle mode and set my cycle markers. Next, we'll activate the stacked mode for cycle recording. I'll also activate the lanes option in the audio track. Then I'll arm the audio track, making sure I have signal coming in, and we're ready to go. I'll record 3 passes of this section. Notice how each time the recording cycles through, it creates a new take. Okay, now we have 3 takes of the same passage. Notice again how the lanes are separated once I hit stop. Now I'll quickly edit out the pieces I don't like and leave the good takes in. Now I'll deactivate the lane mode, and now we have a single lane audio track using the best pieces of 3 different takes. So in closing, we've covered some of the more advanced recording features within Nuendo. The cycle and multi-lane modes offer some very effective and powerful ways to capture all those precious recording moments and end up with only the parts you want to use. These modes also allow you to keep the recording process going as your creative juices keep flowing.